I am Latika, and now I'm going to tell you a story. It is real, though it looks like a fairy tale. But sometimes, a fairy tale has a terrible ending. Listen to what I'm going to tell you, and maybe you can advise me something. And it's not as terrible as I think it is. So, meet Arjun, my most faithful friend who we've been friends with since we were in diapers. We grew up together, shared toys and food, which was always not enough. We live in the slums in small shacks. And we were never bored together. My parents could barely make ends meet, so we could only dream of going to school. You need proper clothes and shoes, which is a luxury unheard of in the slums of Mumbai. My mother taught us to read and count, and Arjun and I absorbed every new knowledge. Even though we knew that we would never get a real education, we were poor, and there was no way to change that. Arjun had a passion for drawing since childhood. He could sit for long periods of time between our huts and draw everything he saw. Houses, sky, trees, no matter what he had in his hands at the time, a stone, a stick, or nothing. He grew and drew more and more interestingly. By the time he was 14, he had learned to draw real portraits, and the first one to pose for him was, of course, me. Then, my mother, a cat that roamed the slums. And every painting was incredibly beautiful. Arjun noticed important details that made the drawing unique. And I kept telling him that he had a talent that needed to be developed. But something happened that made the 14-year-old boy have to look for a job. You'll find out exactly what happened in a minute. But for now, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And make sure you have the bell clicked. Then you'll know when there's a new video coming out on the channel. Unexpectedly for everyone, Arjun's dad, still quite a young man, died. He was working at a construction site. He got sick from the heat, and that was it. The ambulance came too late. Arjun's mother was in a terrible state. She didn't know how she could feed her 4 children alone. Arjun and I stayed up all night, and by morning I had an idea. With the money I had saved over the years, I bought a big scrapbook of paper and pencils, and I dragged Arjun to our promenade, taking the pictures he had drawn with him. There were always a lot of tourists on the waterfront, eager to buy souvenirs and sweets. I sat Arjun with a sketchbook and pencils right on the sidewalk, hung the finished paintings near him, and began to invite tourists. For a small price, Arjun began to paint a portrait for anyone who agreed to pose. It worked. Arjun on the first night brought my mother as much money as she earned by hard work in a week. We cried together with happiness. Soon, Arjun bought me a very beautiful neck jewelry and offered to be his girlfriend. I was happy because I had realized a long time ago that I really liked Arjun. All the days we spent on the waterfront, and in the evenings we dreamed about going to night school. And then Arjun will go to study art, and I will become a doctor. And then we would get married, buy a big house, and never be poor again. One day, in the middle of the day, a gentleman came up to me and Arjun on the pavement, wearing a beautiful snow-white suit and a cane inlaid with precious stones. "Are you the young artist who paints beautiful portraits?" he asked. Arjun nodded in reply. "I am Samir. Come with me. You are a talented boy and I want to teach you." Arjun looked at me hesitantly. I nodded yes. This is your chance. From that moment on, Arjun's life changed. It turned out that Samir was one of the richest people in Mumbai, and he was also an art lover. He hired the best teachers for Arjun, and he didn't fail. Arjun's talent was blossoming. I saw him now only on weekends. He'd come to see me on the sidewalk, and we'd have long chats. I missed him so much. So a couple of months went by, and Arjun began to drift away from me. We started to see each other less often, and I noticed that he had changed. His look, he started looking down on me. And when we met yesterday, Arjun wouldn't even look at me in the eye. I missed him so much. I ran up to him. I hugged him. And he was like a stranger. He said that he was very busy, and he had no time to spend time talking to me. Therefore, In the near future, we will not see each other." After these words, he turned sharply and walked along the sidewalk, and I cried all day yesterday. I was hurt. He just disowned me. But I'd worked so hard to get him to do what he loved. I was the one who gave him the idea of painting portraits. I'm the one who bought him the sketchbook and pencils. I was the one who made his dream come true, and he left me. I felt betrayed. I have Samir's phone number. I am thinking to call him and complain about Arjun, to tell him how nasty he's become. Or should I just forget about him and not humiliate myself? But I like him. I have no one closer than Arjun. What would you do? Write in the comments. I'm looking forward to your thoughts.
My name is Saoirse, and I'm almost 15. And I have a problem. I have fallen in love with my best friend. Alex and I have been friends just from the cradle, and until recently, I was sure he was my friend, nothing more. But suddenly, Alex went from a small freckled guy to a tall and very good-looking guy. Girls started paying attention to him, and one day I understood that I was in love with him. We often hung out at his house, play console, and watch TV. Today, we were supposed to hang out together again, and I decided to make a move. Instead of my usual baggy jeans, I wore an ultra-short skirt and an open top in long stockings. I felt uncomfortable, but I was determined. I even put red lipstick on my lips. Alex let me in, and we sat on the couch to play shooting games like we always did. I sat closer to him. I was laughing at his jokes and even tried to let him win, but Alex wasn't paying much attention to me. "You know, Alex, you may have beaten me in the game, but in reality, I'm stronger than you." And I grabbed his arm and quickly twisted it behind his back. "Hey, Saoirse, what are you doing?" "I told you." "I won't fight with you, girl. Stop it." "Tell me, who's your crush at school?" Alex laughed nervously. "Why do you ask it, Saoirse?" "Well, it's Bibi, so what?" Hearing this girl's name, I let go of Alex's hand. I didn't stand a chance. Bibi was a very gorgeous girl with long white hair, always with perfect makeup and always with perfect pink nails. She had half the school chasing her, and she has been playing the boys at school how she wanted. We used to go to tennis together, and she'd often brag to me about her next boyfriend. "But Alex, she's a slut!" I blurted it out. "So? I really like her. She's so cool." Alex swallowed. It was pathetic to look at, and then suddenly Alex looked at me with a pleading look. "Saoirse, you and Bibi go to tennis together. Can you arrange a moment for us with Bibi? I want to ask her on a date." That was it. It was beyond me. I wanted to go on a date with Alex myself, not that he dates this Bibi. I got frustrated, but after a minute, I had a plan in my head. "Alex, hold on." I told Alex to come to the gym tomorrow after school. There, he could be alone with Bibi. We were supposed to have a tennis lesson. No one would disturb them, and Alex would have a chance to charm her. Alex had no idea there was a surprise waiting for him. Before I continue, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And make sure you've clicked on the bell. Then you'll know when there's a new video coming out on the channel. I didn't go to school the next day because I was getting ready for my surprise for Alex. I bought a white wig, did long pink nails at the beauty salon, and did a perfect makeup as well. I also put on a tight mini dress, looking my best. I came to the gym at a specified time and sat down on the bench with my back turned to the entrance. After a few minutes, the door opened and my heart began to beat faster. "Bibi, hi," I heard him from behind. Alex walked in, but I didn't turn around. Saoirse said you had a tennis lesson, so I thought I'd stop by to hang out with you, if that's okay. I sat there, afraid to move, and I knew that a few more steps and Alex would be right beside me. Bibi, did you fall asleep in there? Maybe you want Prince Charming to wake you up? Alex's voice was quiet and languid. Suddenly, I felt his arms around my waist. He took me in his arms and turned me sharply toward him, kissing me on the lips. I responded with an equally heated kiss in return. Wow, Alex is a good kisser, I thought. Saoirse? What is this? Why are you here? In a wig? Alex got me. He took a few steps back. I really like you, Alex, and I've decided to get dressed like Bibi. You're crazy! Alex ran out of the gym, and I felt so ashamed. It's been a week, but I don't dare go to school. I called Alex to apologize, and he didn't answer. I realized that I love him, and I want to be with him. Maybe you can give me some advice. I'm looking forward to your thoughts. Please write to me anything you think might help my situation. I would appreciate your help.